There's
like,
such thing as Jews and Jewish. You know, it's a difference.
Well, what is the difference, sir?
The difference is Jew is Jew, and Jewish is like you kind of Jewish, like you kind of Jew, like you Jewish a little bit.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Harlem, New York. Well, folks, I'm standing outside the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. This is the home of the Black Hebrew Israelites, and they're a group that believe that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Jews in the world, and that anyone else claiming to be Jewish, well, that's fraudulent, or that's people appropriating Judaism. And from what I can tell, the faith that is espoused here, it's a kind of a weird blend of Christianity and Judaism. And the reason why we're here is that what with the spike in antisemitic attacks in New York and New Jersey, some of the people have connections. For example, the man who did the machete attack on the rabbi's house in New York, that individual had a connection with the church, and the two people who shot up the Jersey City kosher supermarket, they also had connections. So we're here to reach out and speak to the people who are running the church. The person who answered the door, Tim, said he couldn't speak to us, but he was going to pass my name on to somebody who could. And, well, I guess basically we're going to wait for a response. I'm not hopeful, but in the meantime, maybe if we see anyone coming in or out of the church, we can ask them what it is that draws them to this particular facility in the first place. Well, we are still waiting to hear back from the Church of the Black Hebrew Israelites. But in the meantime, since we're here in Harlem, I thought I would reach out to the locals and get their input into why there is this disproportionate number of attacks occurring on the Jewish communities in New York and New Jersey. Let's see what the residents of Harlem have to say about that. What we're here for, we're from Rebel News in Toronto, Canada, and we're down here and we're trying to find out why there's been such a spike in anti-Jew, attacks on Jews. Do you have any insight into that, sir?
All I have to say is I think everyone should just be equal, and the Jews, it's nothing against the Jews, but I think it's just they're just hating on them how they always dress nice.
Nah, you know what it is, man? I really think it's just the money and shit like that. It must be triggerating some kind of hatred or jealousy, feel me? Because, you know, Jewish people, you know, they known for the wealth, feel me? And there's a lot of people a lot of blacks that's not, feel me? So I think it has to do with being poor and rich.
Well, only thing I can say is we've been hearing about it, you know, over the newscast, and basically, you know, our sympathy goes out to them, and we just hope and pray that everything works out well, you know, and hopefully the police could do their job and find out who's doing this so we can get to the bottom of this, because we all should be as one, man.
You know what? To be honest with you, I think this is a direct result of our president.
Oh, really? President Trump?
Absolutely. Okay. See, he has a following of I hate to say it, but they bigots. He has a whole following of it, and he preaches a lot of the things that he talks about and a lot of things that he says, and people, it's been a spike ever since he got into office. There's been a spike on racial attacks.
Personally, I don't really know because there are not too many Jews live in this neighborhood.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Okay, they might work, but they don't live here, but I don't know. Maybe where they live, that might take place.
Have to hold these people responsible for what they are doing.
Yes.
For if it was a mental problem, how you only attack certain type of people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I think they need tougher law for that, man. So you could see innocent people walking the street, just knock them down, and then you took off running. That you're not crazy.
Why has there been this recent spike in crime against those in the Jewish community, sir?
I have no idea, but me myself, I would say, I think it's senseless, really, to be honest with you. I'll be glad when it stops, you know, because from that alone, we have a real bad society from that. You know what I mean? I have a lot of Jewish friends that I work with, you know what I mean? And when I'm around, I feel a little bad because some of my people is doing that. And I'm against all that. I really am.
Actually, the preponderance of the attackers has been black, right? And is there maybe a rift between the black and Jewish communities?
Yep. I think it's a rip. Okay. Yeah.
Why is that, sir?
Because they don't get along. You know, they don't get along. You know, but it's a rip.
Is there a reason why blacks and Jews don't get along?
It got something to do with the color of the skin. Oh. Okay. The color of the skin. Yeah.
Black people are confused because a lot of them are Jewish too, so it's like they basically like going against their own peoples.
You know,
like
such
in a way.
thing as Jews and Jewish. You know, it's a difference.
Well, what is the difference, sir?
The difference is Jew is Jew, and Jewish is like you kind of Jewish, like you kind of Jew, like you Jewish a little bit. That's what I think it means.
I mean, not really. I think it's like the same meaning, really. It's just.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand, sir. I mean, like
he's Jewish and he's Jew.
Okay. Wouldn't that be the same thing, sir?
Yeah,
like,
not really, because if you say he's Jew, that's just short
like
term. It's
Jew.
just short term for Jewish.
If you could kindly help us out to pay for this trip, that would be superb. Please go to rebelnews.com/donate. That's rebelnews.com/donate. And if you can chip in $1 or $3, we'd much appreciate it.